We're continuing with getting out of your comfort zone. If you're finding these messages helpful, please do share them with other people. If you know of some people, they've got tremendous potential, but they're like couch potatoes. They don't want to get out of their comfort zone. They're not prepared to try something new and different. There's thousands of people like that, unfortunately. Why don't you share these messages with them? You may just get them out of their comfort zone. You may be doing them one of the greatest favors in their lives that will help them be the person God's called them to be. So when you take the risk to use your talents, of which you have many, to serve God, the first thing is you enjoy the joy of God working through you. But you have to get your feet wet first. When you take the risk of giving generously and discover that God is faithful in taking care of you and your finances, but you still have to get your feet wet and step out of the comfort zone first. We can know and we can read and we can hear all about God's power, His greatness. Nothing is impossible with God. But if we want to experience that power, we have to get out of the boat, out of our comfort zone, and take a step. Maybe just praying for some sick people. Maybe the step you need to take to see the miraculous flowing through your life. Maybe taking the opportunity to serve in church in some area. Maybe what's going to get you out of your comfort zone and let you experience the joy of not only serving God, but being very, very fruitful and effective. How much faith do you need to get out of your comfort zone? I want to suggest not a lot. Because you're not going to feel certain, you're not going to feel confident, but you have enough faith just to take the first step, just to get your feet wet. Once you get started, you're underway. Failure, you might want to take a note of this, is success in progress. Failure. Remember the quote, failure doesn't mean you're a failure. All it means is you just haven't succeeded yet. Here's another quote. You never fail until you stop trying. You can fail, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you stop trying, then you really are a failure. So let's look for a few minutes at Peter and Judas, who provide us one of the most striking contrasts in handling failure with extraordinary consequences. So both were chosen by Jesus to be in the select 12. Well, that was a privilege, wasn't it? Both heard the spellbinding teachings of Jesus. Both of them saw him perform never-before-seen miracles. Both of them went through fear and disillusionment. As the pressure increased, both proved fallible and let Jesus down. Peter said in Matthew 26:72, I don't know the man. Denied Jesus not once, not twice, but 3 times. Jesus went on to betray Jesus. Judas went on to betray Jesus for 30 pieces of silver. Both massive failures. Mistakes by two potentially great apostles. Have any of us failed as badly as Peter? Denied the Lord publicly 3 times. Betrayed the Lord. Watch the 2 responses to failure. Judas is remorseful, but apparently unrepentant, ends up taking his own life. Went down in history as the greatest traitor of all time. In contrast, Peter, though humiliated, received Jesus' message of grace and forgiveness. The once 3 times denier of Jesus, would you believe, went on to lead a great revival, became a pillar in the church and a leader of the apostles. One of the greatest failures of all time, went on to become one of the greatest Christian leaders of all time. That's grace. That's the forgiveness and the restoring power of God. His mercy is limitless. His forgiveness is unending. He's not only the God of the second chance, he's of the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th, the 100th chance. This is the God you serve. This is the God I serve. He's made ample room for your mistakes and failures. This is, my friends, amazing grace.